Hello all, this is Dswank, and we're back in our survival world, and with me is somebody in a red suit, and somebody in a gator suit.
Rawr.
Gator suit ran away. Red suit... Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
I don't know, open your mask, I can't see your face. Okay, that's who you are.
Yep.
So, we've got several things that we're looking at doing. We've got this silent dragon out there that Fuzz is interested in, and I believe Daniel's interested in, correct?
More or less.
Yep.
I'm going to keep an eye out for a civilian... other civilian things. I kind of want to look at this puller that's over there in the opposite direction. So, how about I go after the puller, you all go after your silent dragon, and then we see how well we do, and then we can show them off. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Grab some ammunition before we take off.
By the way, Fuzz, that thing's got multiple turrets, Gatling turrets on each side, so
Gotcha.
it was hard to get close.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out where the back end of this one is.
I hear gunfire and explosions already. What's going on?
We had a meteor storm heading at the Knicks.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, jeez.
That's not much.
Okay. This is definitely nifty looking, and somehow I am not getting shot. Ah, nope, nope, nope. Gosh!
Okay, now I get ammunition.
I lagged out.
Yeah, that's better.
I lagged out and
Alright.
got killed. It ricocheted me into the ceiling.
Always fun. Daniel,
Yes.
where are you?
Dead. I just respawned
Ah,
in the shuttle. Trying to respawn in the space station because I was going to take the space station and bring it close to absorb the bullets. Or I could grab the battle cruiser.
it's up to you.
Oh, exiled engineer.
Your health is low.
Yeah, I know my health is low. Thank you. Alright. That way. That way. Please.
No, this thing's just a brick.
Oh, that explains some of my issues.
Health critical.
That's not even interesting enough to go after.
Jeez. I don't know how I managed to get up to this thing before. But it would help if I didn't have full suit, dampeners off, stupidity going for me. So it's just a brick?
Mm-hmm.
Not even a cool brick?
Not even a cool brick. It is a literal, six-sided brick.
Six-sided?
Yes. Bricks have 6 sides.
Yep. Okay. Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So I've been-
approaching from the wrong side. That way.
So I've been thinking about the humpback,
Is critical.
Yes.
and despite not wanting to follow suit with what you did with yours,
Yeah.
that might be the better solution, and it would actually keep some level of fleet cohesion.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm not sure.
Alright. How do I get into this damn thing? Ah, what the hell? Something hit me. That or it lagged and then the ship punched me. I don't know. Because I was sitting there for quite some time before I got hit by anything. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. Mixed signals. Head towards the mixed signals.
Something sending you mixed signals?
Yeah.
That's dangerous, man.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Your health is
Oh,
critical.
yeah, the ass end of this thing has a huge amount of firepower.
Do you need assistance out there?
I'm dead somehow, but still alive.
Ah,
Yeah, now I'm actually dead. It has quite a bit of firepower for just approaching it as an astronaut,
mm-hmm.
but after getting close to it, it looks kind of interesting, but it's not enough for me to want to. I'm not gonna kit bash anything with it.
Gotcha.
Since you were gonna be doing kit bashy type stuff with your humpback, your captured one, did you want to use that second one as an element of that?
Yeah, I was going to try to attach it to this somehow.
Well, I meant both of the ones that we have here.
Oh, you're talking about that thing.
Yeah, we captured 3. Remember? We have 3. 3 humpbacks.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome to the other one if you want it.
Okay. Well, I wanted to check before I went, aha, I have a toy to play with. Now what am I going to do with this toy? How am I going to attach it? More asteroids. More roid rage. Yeah. We're getting hit by the asteroids.
Don't look like it.
Okay. Okay, this one's upside down, so I need to turn like this to get a good feel for it. Okay, where's the provenance? Oh, one of the more obvious things I could do is try and dock it into right here, but I don't really feel like that. I had thought about right about here, where the name is, having a kind of a structure come out? I could dock it there, and I could... I don't know if I don't know how I'm gonna add this thing on. It's a good question. Oh no. I don't have the pink.
No pink. That's not good. Building repairs.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I may need to just move the Providence away at this point. I think she's too big to be as close as she is to the Nyx.
The Nyx is moving.
Oh. The Nyx is moving.
Very, very slowly.
Okay.
I need to be on a color I don't use. There we go. Really? Another one?
Another what?
Another meteor storm.
Yeah. You know, that's something we could disable if we really wanted to.
Yeah. I set build color, right? Build ground color?
Yes. Resets it. Tech base ship. Okay, yeah. We've got all three of our large ships here. That's gonna be why things aren't happy.
Yeah, it'd probably help if I turn my thrusters off on the humpback over here.
Full throttle away. So, thoughts on, since we've had some time to digest, since we messed with the,
Survival?
Yeah, the survival rework. Any thoughts now?
I feel like it's... Damn, that puller is like really close. Are you bringing that to us?
No.
It's less than 2 kilometers out.
Yes, I know. But
Okay.
It's not on a course that's going to bring it to the next, so...
Alright. Overall, my thoughts are relatively simple in the fact that I find it to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think it's a step in the right direction of making Space Engineers a game.
Okay. Now that we're further out, I do see some issues, potentially, with it. Okay, I need to get further away. Depending on where I'm standing, the Nyx is either constantly loading in and out for me. That's not good for frame rate.
No, it's not.
But yeah, my from what I was seeing, the basically, it was going to cause issues with mining, like since stone converts to nickel, iron, silicon.
Mm-hmm.
is there really a reason anymore to go hunting for those?
Yes.
I feel there is. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's not as strong as it used to be.
no.
There's also, I mean, you still have a huge amount of gravel you have to deal with.
Yes.
I mean, it's nice that stone is no longer the pariah of the ores. That there's actually a reason to use stone. And we're not talking about screen names of individuals.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, despite you getting resources from stone, the amount you get out of it and the process, it's just... Yeah. It's great for starting, but I'm going to want the ores real soon. So, yeah.
Okay. Not really an argument with that.
Yeah.
Let me get out of my sheet. Let's see, what else?
You already know how I feel about the hydrogen engine.
Yeah. No, I like the hydrogen engine quite a bit. I thought they did a good job with that.
Yeah. So what else did you have on your mind about it?
Well, I was curious if anybody had, because we've had time to digest and actually contemplate what we experienced. I have, well, there's evidence from that mod I linked you that there is integration of the new build system and modding, which I like a lot. That you can actually build ships with that, or build a tech tree, which is nice.
Yes, the only problem there is with it, and I guess there's just no way of getting around it unless you implement some sort of, excuse the pun considering the game we're playing here, grind.
Yeah.
Because if, let's say there's a tiered thruster, like the mod you showed me. Let's say there's like 4 or 5 tiers of thrusters. To get to the next thruster, you just have to build a single basic thruster and you get the next tier. And you build a single next basic, that one, and then bam, you're up to the next one.
Right.
It's almost like, why is it even there at that point? I mean, you could probably argue the same thing with the rest of the progression system as it is, and I'm not down putting it at all. I love the progression. I like the idea of it. But 30 minutes, you got all the blocks ready and you're off on your own, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
2 hours and you have nothing left to progress through. And really, outside of making it overly grindy, how would you fix that?
Maybe implement some sort of Ark-like leveling system where you can buy the blueprints.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I can come up with. And I
And
know
only-
I'm not the first one to state that idea.
Right. And the only thing I can think of immediately was more along the idea of, maybe a block that's part of your basic, hey, here's your first blocks, is a tech research block, and it be purely based on time and some sort of resource you have to place into it to keep it running.
Okay.
So it would still be grindy, but it would be passive grinding.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that's sort of touching base with a lot of free-to-play mobile games, and that can be a little to some people,
Yeah.
even to me, to be honest. But it wouldn't be that terrible of an idea, and it would be somewhat lore friendly. You have to let your machine basically
Think.
research or grind out the blueprint for it.
Yeah.
Like, still implement the idea of the grind to learn, because that's not a terrible thing. That way you could have ships that have that technology on it and you could steal it. But have that block to passively get you through them just in case you never do, or just play in purely a vanilla game.
Okay. That seems like a reasonable idea.
Well,
Can't really see anything wrong with it, and like you said, there's not many other options.
Yeah, I mean, the two state are about the only reasonable options, without it just being, I know that's not a word, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, too excessive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how, and there's some things that you look at and you're like, how would you even progress through this as a system as they've already added?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some of those out there that when I look at the mod, I'm not sure how you'd actually progress through this.
Right. Daniel, any thoughts on this?
I don't hear him. Do you hear him?
Nope.
Okay.
He's probably muted himself again.
But awesome. Okay. I am going to fly back. And...
Sorry about that. Phone call.
Gotcha.
fly out to back to the Nix, grab my little... How much power do these things have, Fuzz?
Who? What?
The humpbacks?
Oh, not much. If they're completely empty, they're speedy enough, but...
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, the ones we have, if I jump in and fly off in it, will I suddenly run out of...
Oh, yeah, no, take you some uranium. Don't... Mm-mm.
Okay.
They're about like anything else. They only have enough to last about, a couple of minutes.
Oh, God.
And sorry, I didn't catch a decent chunk of the conversation. I know the gist of what it was about, but I didn't really hear your conclusions on the matter.
Well, do you have anything that stands out to you as, now that we've had time to digest what we experienced with the new update. Anything stand out as something that could be a problem in your mind?
Well, about the only thing that I really had issue with was the soup power translating into you dying if you ran out of juice.
Well, it didn't do
to be
that
fair-
if you were in a warm area.
Yeah, that's only if you were going to freeze to death or in a place, well, basically freeze to death, yeah.
But those were the only things that I was really going to have an issue with, so...
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Oh, just don't go to the
outstanding critical thoughts.
far north or in space.
Yeah.
But speaking of that temperature, I'm kind of curious as to see if modders or even King can do something more with that.
How
Especially-
the hell did that happen?
What?
I died for no apparent reason.
Fnar. But with the introduction of the hydrogen engines, well, hydrogen combustion engines, whatever they're called, if temperature could actually affect those, you know, I mean, if I don't know if you've ever been around enough propane vehicles, operated vehicles, extreme temperatures really screw with how they work.
Yeah. Well, not propane so much, but CNG.
Yeah. Let that grind out. So I mean that's something they could play with as far as the temperature. There's probably other things they could do with that too, but
Yeah, actual, like, I was hoping we'd have, like, heat management that we'd have to deal with in the ships.
yeah, like having radiators and whatnot.
Yeah.
Direction, at least.
Meteor storm inbound.
I do find it interesting how on the ship that I'm looking at,
Mhm.
I'm not sure which one is mine out of the two, but one of them is, like, has holes drilled. Well, both of them have, like, it looks like it's missing parts. Which one was the one that you were given me? The one on the jaw?
I figured just choose one. I don't even remember which
Okay.
ones. I mean, neither one was horribly damaged. I mean, you can take the more intact one if you want to.
Well, no, it's weird because, like, this one has blocks just missing in the middle of it. And, like, they don't go anywhere. I haven't figured...
I think this one did get shot at. I mean, I'm pretty sure one of them got beat up a little bit.
No, I mean, like, back here it has blocks randomly missing inside of it.
Oh.
Like, they got ground down by the build and repair. Both of them have that.
Weird.
I'm gonna look at the one up above. I know it has blocks missing as well. So, curious to see what blocks.
Alright.
Either way, I want to blueprint the more intact of the two.
Right.
Come on, let me inside, please.
That is fully disconnected.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take this and
Alright, now that's nice and flat.